it was an awakening moment for me. I was so focused and I was so into the vibe of wanting to figure this whole club thing out that I wasn't able to have that fun with my friends, and I haven't had fun in a long time myself. So I'm not gonna lie, it was a good moment for me, but it was a good moment to reflect on and realize that sometimes the opportunity that's in front of you, you have to take it. You have to be present and you have to go forward with it and commit to it and act and make that decision to cut off from all of your bad things that's going on and be able to have fun. What's up, my beautiful people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. If it is your birthday today, just know that on my behalf, I'm wishing you a very, very beautiful, happy birthday. And if by chance you're experiencing through very tough times, just know that behind the storm, there will always be a rainbow. Always be a rainbow. And bad problems are just good things in disguise. So today, I kind of want to I want to start off by telling you a story, and I feel like stories are something that can really truly benefit you, because even back in the olden days, if you look back in history, the reason why we learn from these things is because there was a story that was told. And the story was very well structured, very well said, very well produced, I don't know, fabricated, that it's very impactful to you. It can literally pierce the heart or pierce the subconscious mind. And it makes you think, maybe if we can tell more stories to each other, if we could set aside a time of the day just to talk about life and be kind of philosophical about it, you can truly better your circumstances, because not only are you learning new stories to tell, but you're learning from someone else's experience, true experiences, or even something that was fabricated, a novel, or something that someone thought of and is creating it in a structure of a story, right? It can be very impactful. So I'm gonna tell you guys this story, and this story is going to be based upon on how, have balance. Don't be too focused on work. Don't be too focused on having that business mindset. Sometimes you need to know when to differentiate, when you have to have fun, and when you have to be masculine and think about business and do all these things. And you need to be able to identify those situations, because sometimes if you don't identify them in the right time, you're going to just keep on going with the flow and you're going to lose sight of the fun that you can have at that moment. So it's basically about being present, right? And this story, it all starts in December. And as you guys know, I am in the military, and holiday block leave, you're supposed to take like about 16 days of leave, but I took a good chunk. I took 20 days of leave. And I went back home. When I went back home, I said hi to my family. It was I'm very emotional when I come back home. I'm a very emotional creature. I saw my friends, I saw my family. It was very nice to be home, and I'm very grateful that I was able to have the opportunity to go back and, see everybody and hug everybody and be with them truly at that moment. And I'm not gonna lie, I I guess since I'm going through this phase of, learning a lot about business, learning a lot about strategies to help better your life and all these things through strategic intervention, I left here and I went home with that mindset. And yeah, I had fun. I was able to enjoy my time there. I can't say that I had a bad time, but I will say that looking back, I probably should have had a lot of fun. And I love saying this story because it's actually kind of funny, and then it makes you think, like, what if I would have done this? It would have been so much more different. I probably could have had a better night. And it all starts when I went to a club with my friend Emmanuel Vargas. He invited me to go to a club with him. I believe the club was like level 2. And when we went, I just came back from a funeral. God rest his soul. You know, I had a good friend. He passed away in around New Year's and stuff. And I just came back from a funeral, and then I went with him. I had plans. I wasn't really expecting this, and then I went. So I was already in a I guess you could say a state of loss and grief slightly, and I'm pretty good at managing my emotions, but at that time it just hit me so hard that I went inside this emotional home that it wasn't going to benefit me for the moment. So as I was inside that emotional home, I get there, everybody's like all hyped up, right? Oh yeah, we better go in. What's up, Leo? Like we hug each other, everything. I say hi, I haven't seen my friends in a while. And as we go, I go in. When we get there, we pay, we go inside, and the moment we go inside, I'm like, oh shit. My Fred and his friend, they got females with them. I'm the only one without a female. I'm like, I'm the odd one out. So I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? At first, I thought, let me have fun, let me dance, let me shimmy in, and sauce up some females, and I said, no. I literally told myself no because there was a lot of shit going on in my head when I went on leave, and I went into this state where when I'm in my emotional home, grief and loss that I was in prior to that from that funeral, I tend to go to this work mindset. Like people, they tend to utilize other things to help forget about certain situations. So I got into my business mindset, and I've aspired to just own a club one day. Hopefully, oh please, hopefully I get to have a club one day. And when I got there, I was just completely fascinated on all of the stuff that club had made, and how well structured it was, the bodyguards they had, the music they had, how the lighting was just perfect so that it matched the setting, and the music was a lot was synced in with the lighting, and how the paintings on the wall, they were like neon color, and it being neon color, it benefited because it had the blackout the black lights, and it like really like just popped out. And I was just looking around, and I'm like, wow, it's crazy how they built this. My friends are having a good time, keep in mind. And then they start looking at me, and I'm like, oh shit, like they know I'm just like walking around. They probably think I'm just bored, right? I mean, I wasn't bored. So I just walk around, and I'm just trying to understand like how the fuck they even made this shit. So I talked to the bodyguards, I got their numbers, I talked to the bartenders, I figure out how much they get paid, I figure out how much stuff they sell, and whatever, blah blah. And then I try to make an average about how much people I see there, and then I multiplied it by about 4, and just multiplied it with the number with the price that it costs to get in, and then I averaged it out, whatever, all that stuff. And I got the yearly amount of how much they made in a year. So as you can see, I really went into detail. I was so stuck in my emotional home that I just went straight to work. I was wondering, fuck, like how the fuck did they do this shit? I go to the bathroom and I check the bathroom. Like, like how did the bathroom look? There was this dude, who's handing you papers. Like, oh shit, that's nice. And yeah, and I go back and I sit on this couch. There was like a little couch there. My friends, they look at me. And I'm like, oh shit, they probably think I'm bored. So they come up to me, and then we like try to dance. They try to dance around me. And I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, like they think that I'm bored, but I'm not. So then my friend pulled me aside, you good? And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm good. Like I'm just, I'm in that mindset. I'm just looking around, just wondering, I'm talking to bodyguards, whatever. They see that I'm talking to bodyguards, so they probably have an understanding of what it is that I'm doing. And then, I continue to see that I was just like, I'm very self-aware. I'm very self-conscious. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to develop that acute, keen ability to be able to understand when I'm in a bad situation, my emotional home, and all that stuff through strategic intervention. And I noticed quickly, I said, what am I doing? Like I'm in a club, I'm on leave, I'm supposed to be having fun with my friends, I'm supposed to be having this great time, but I'm not having this great time. So as I was sitting down on that couch, and I was just asking myself all these things, looking around at the lights and all that stuff, I told myself, crazy idea, by the way. I said, if I'm sitting down in this couch, not doing anything, wondering what I'm gonna do, just sitting down, look like doing nothing, I know there's someone else that's doing the same exact thing that is beautiful or cute. And I said, that's a good place to start. So I started looking around. And I was like, let me see. Let me analyze the situation again. Let me see if this is actually valid. Like, how the fuck am I gonna walk up to someone and be like, hey, like, let's go dance, like sauce him up, whatever. And keep in mind, I haven't talked to a female in so long. Like, I haven't really like sauced someone up that in so long. I just got out of a recent relationship, so it was kind of hard, and I didn't know what to say. And I was just sitting there, and I saw this beautiful girl right next to my friends, and I was like, oh my god, she's so pretty. So she had like short hair. She had like little like sunglasses on. She was really short, beautiful body, nice figure, you know. And then I look and I'm like, oh shit, she's just sitting down sipping on her cup. And then I'm just sitting down doing nothing. We're in the same boat. So, and what a coincidence that they're right in front of my friends. So my friends, they stay looking at me, and I'm like, fuck. It's like the 100th time that they look at me. They probably think I'm a boring dude, that I don't want to be here. So then I go over there, and I'm like walking in, just walking in, about to give up my sauce. I'm just kidding. That's cringe. But I walk up to her, and my friends, they like look at me, and then I see that they look at me, but I don't look at them. I just keep on walking forward. And as I walk forward, I look at the girl. The girl and me make eye contact, and I'm like walking straight up to her. And I'm a man of confidence. And when I walk in the room, I command that room, right? Like, I'll go in there, get what I want, get out, right? So I go and I see this. Oh, she was amazing. She was beautiful. And then I get up to her, and then it's very loud, so I had to get close. And I had just recently like saw a video about like cues, right? It's called Cues. I actually have the book here. Let me see if I can get it for you. It's called Cues, and it talks about how, like, there's different placements. There's like different things that someone can do that can lead a conversation or can manage a conversation strategically. And there's ways in certain places that you should touch when you're trying to have a, dependent on if you want to have an intimate conversation compared to having a regular conversation with a friend. There's like different places you should touch. Like, I think it's the lower you are on the arm, the more intimate it is. The closer up on the arm, the less intimate. The higher up on the back, the less intimate. The lower on the back, it's more intimate. So I walk up to her, and then in the book it says, just put it in the middle, right? So I put it in the middle, and I said, hey, like, and I just blurred this out. I said, hey, I'm bored, you're bored, might as well have some fun. We're here, let's have a good night. Let's party, right? And then looking back, I'm like, why the fuck did I say that? It was like the cringiest thing that I could ever say. I'm bored, you're bored, we're both at this club, we ain't doing nothing, so let's party. So she gets up, and then I'm like, oh shit, it worked, right? Oh boy, she was like so beautiful, right? I was like, oh yeah, I scored with this one. And whatever, we like get up, and then they did like the music. She didn't know how to speak English. And keep in mind, yeah, we're like in Hialeah, so bro, like almost don't, like, there's a lot of people. Majority of the people there don't really speak that good English. You gotta represent Cuban family, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, you know what's up, Colombians. And I walk up to her, and she's like, "Yo no sé inglés." So I tell her in Spanish. I was like, "Tú sabes, yo estoy aburrido, tú estás aburrido también. Nosotros estamos en esta discoteca. Vamos a tener un poco de fun, you know." I mean, my Spanish and English my Spanish turns more into Spanglish because I really don't speak Spanish over here in Hawaii. Majority of the time, we only speak English, and I speak Spanish with my parents or some shit. And she's like, "Oh, okay, bet." So we get up, and lo and behold, the music that they're playing is English music. She doesn't know what the song is. She doesn't know what it's saying. All she knows is the beat. And if you know, there is nothing better than a nice, good Spanish beat. is you go to a Spanish club, you're going to see a lot of cultures there, because no matter what culture you are, no matter what language you speak, the beat will move you. Despite who you are, what you do, who you speak, whatever. The beat will move you. And she's like, yeah, I'm not fucking with this beat. So then my friends, they're right next to me. They say, oh, like, they're like, yeah, Leo, like hyping me up and shit. I'm like, yo, calm down, like I'm just trying to get in there. And then boom, they asked the DJ. My friend Emmanuel asked the DJ. Oh, I love his soul. That dude. He really goes far to want to have someone be or feel comfortable at the moment, and I truly appreciate him for everything that he does. And he did that. He went up to the DJ. Well, everybody, all of them went up to the DJ. I appreciate all of them. They went up to the DJ and said, "Yo, play some perreo." Like dogging his ass. And then the dude's like, "All right, next one." So we're like, "All right, bet." Like we about to get lit. This and that. Thinking about, he's gonna play perreo. And then Emma comes up to me. He's like, "Bro, there's a problem." I was like, "What? Like, what's the problem?" So I look at him like, "What's up, man?" Like, I hug him, whatever. He's like, "Bro, we gotta go. Miranda needs to be home. This and that, blah, blah." And I was like, "What?" And then he's like, "You don't have to come. Like, I'm just telling you, like, we have to go." And then I was like, "Bruh. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna stay here without my friends, like." And then I felt so bad because I said, "Damn, like this whole time I was in that emotional home of grief and loss and wanting to focus on work, that I wasn't even truly present at the time, and I wasn't able to be happy at that moment with my friends. I haven't seen them in such a long time." I was like, "Damn, I could have stayed. I could have still been with the chick. I could have still, partied." But I said, "No, it won't be. It won't be the same." I told him, "Nah, man, it won't be the same. Like I came here with y'all. I'm gonna leave with y'all. I appreciate it." And then we leave, and then I felt so bad. I mean, I didn't tell them. They're probably gonna see this and be like, "Ah, damn." But I felt so bad because I was like, like it was an awakening moment for me. I was so focused, and I was so into the vibe of wanting to figure this the whole club thing out, that I wasn't able to have that fun with my friends, and I haven't had fun in a long time myself. So I'm not gonna lie, it was a good moment for me, but it was a good moment to reflect on and realize that sometimes the opportunity that's in front of you, you have to take it. You have to be present, and you have to go forward with it and commit to it and act and make that decision to cut off from all of your bad things that's going on and be able to have fun. And I didn't do it, and I wasn't there. I guess you could say I wasn't there because I was in my emotional home. And then the moment that I'm there, the moment that I want to have fun, I'm leaving. So it's a good. Well, that's basically the whole gist of the story. And the main reason why I bring this up is because, bro, like, have fun. Don't be too stuck on one thing. Despite the fact that working on business, it makes me happy. Like, I don't mind it, right? Working, having that mindset, trying to structure something, trying to find something out, trying to research this, trying to research that. It makes me happy. It truly does. But imagine if I was present in that moment. What could have happened? Would I have been even more ecstatic? Would I even had more fun than I did? Would I have been able to create a deeper bond with my friends? I haven't seen them in a while, so shit. Like I lost the opportunity to be able to truly be present with them, to truly, excuse me, to truly be there and have fun with them. So that's the whole thing of the story, and I hope you guys can get a grasp of it and try to understand it in a deeper level. I mean, I can go even deeper than this because there's so much shit that we can go into philosophically and what I could have done differently and stuff. But that's just the major gist of it. Don't be too focused on all the business stuff and all of work all the time. Have fun. Be present. Be present. 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 I tell everybody. Someone asked me, he said, "Why are you always happy?" Gonzo. And then, I mean, they call me Gonzo here in the military, short for Gonzalez. Why are you always happy, Gonzo? Like that. And I was like, what the fuck did I do to you? Like, you asking me why I'm always happy, but you're like talking like that. That's what I was thinking. And I was like, oh shit, you're probably not happy. So I said, I'm always present. No matter where I'm at, I'm always present. And then he said, what do you mean? Like with that tone, what do you mean? And I'm like, bro, what? Like in my head again, I'm like, oh, like this dude is attacking me. So I said, nah, I mean, if you're here, be here. If you're, I think the book is, I think the movie is The Green Book or something else. He said, when you eat, eat. When you sleep, sleep. When you go out, go out. When you party, party. When you work, work. Right? Be present in that moment because you don't know the opportunities and possibilities that you're going to fucking lose out on. And then you're going to put yourself in a state where you're going to regret doing something. And I live by the philosophy that you shouldn't regret anything on your deathbed. Should not. Because everything that you do is done because you wanted it to happen. You wanted it to be accomplished. And you're going to do it. And you're going to make sure that it's done, set in stone. And that at least you tried. So looking back at it, I was like, damn, like I probably could have gotten her number. I probably could have, done stuff. Not done stuff. Get your mind out of the gutter. Like, like actually had a nice talk, nice conversation, whatever. Could have been a lot different with that girl that was there. And then I just left. I didn't even tell her that I was leaving. I just left. So imagine how she felt. She probably was like, oh, damn, like this dude, I finally had someone to have fun with, and the dude just left. Makes me look like a shitbag or like a dumbass or fucking fuckboy or whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Take control of your life. Live with so much goddamn passion, because life is worth living. Gonzo out.